Seats are filled. The players are ready. Let's get into another Edge of Eternities draft here. Let's get it going. Hopefully everybody's doing good. And look at this. Mutinous Massacre. Odd or even. Treat each creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them. They gain haste. And you probably win the game. How do I not just first pick this? Let's first pick it. Let's go. Let's go. How are we going to follow that up here today? We have a Dawn Strike Vanguard, the Delicacy, the Resolve, Uthros, Boosters, Monoist, Banishing Light. Pretty decent pack overall. Like Banishing Light, Vanguard, Delicacy, even the Uthros Exile here is all decent considerations. Do I want to splash into blue this quickly? I've actually been pretty impressed with this card. Because it lets you put 1/1 counters on anything, but I think just to keep things clean here, Dubious Delicacy fits in a lot of really good decks, and I think that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and take that. And right off the rip here in pack 3, we have an Interceptor Mechan, which says when it enters, return target artifact creature from graveyard to your hand, which is pretty good. It's a flying 2/2, and then Void. If something was voided, you get a 1/1 counter on this creature, which is also quite good. What else do I like? Edge Rover's fantastic. Tractor Beam, pretty good. I've also been a fan of the Skiff, if you are in white. Pretty decent. Skywarden's also been okay. Good top-end creature. Hard to get through, which is nice. This is a good creature to fight some of the green strategies. But I think we just take the Mechan here. I think that makes the most sense. We'll stick in our color combo here. Okay, now we have Arch Enemy's Charm. Exile target creature Planeswalker. Return 1 or 2 from creatures or Planeswalker cards from graveyard to your hand. Put 2/1 counters to target creature you control against lifelink. Interesting. We have the Roving Actuator. I do like this if we have some cheap instants or sorceries. This also helps to fuel up our artifact synergies if we want to go that route. We have Hull Carver as well and Drill Too Deep. All decent options. Is the Charm just the best? This is a 3-mana exile. I'll take it, actually. I'll take it. I'll try it. Try it. Black has no shortage of good things to get rid of here. When this spacecraft enters, sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. This is pretty good. The Dirgecraft is pretty good. Here's where I'm a little concerned. I want to make sure we can hit our colors. I want to also continue to make sure we put power on the board and work to curve. So I think the best choice here is actually, I don't know if it's the best choice. This is probably still a better pick overall. Like Seed Ship Impact green seems to be very open right now, which is very odd. Usually that's not the case. Green is a very, very good color in this format. But I'm going to take the Prospector here. Good play on turn 2. We can get a lander token. If we can start seeing some of the Ore Plate Pangolins, that's really, really good for this because then we can get some attacks. We can get some triggers. There's some niceties that we can find ways to work in. Now we have the Voidborn, which whenever creature dies, lose a life, gain a life, which is pretty good. Skywarden, there's a Hissing Quagmire here, which is pretty cool. And we have a Monoist and a Comet Crawler. All decent options. I'm actually a bigger fan of the Monoist than I am the Voidborn. Comet Crawler is also pretty good. I'm going to take the Monoist here. We get into some of the sacrifice synergies. We're going to want that. Now we could splash into white. Oh man, this card is fantastic. Whenever it enters or attacks, they gain Death Touch, and this is a 4/4 Death Touching Lifelinker. Such a hard card to get through. It's either that or we just keep securing up. I'm gonna take the Von Dam. We'll see if we can get some other fixing. We can get some of the Redlanders, some of our Menace friends, and a few others. I will definitely splash into white for this. we see any other good like white removal, like Banishing Light, we'll also consider that. Okay, here, this pack, just another Prospector. I'm okay with running a couple of these. This actually makes me feel better about splashing in. And then we get a 9th pick, Depressurize. I'm having feeling black is pretty open, ladies and gentlemen. We could also be potentially black and another color, potentially even white, although I haven't seen a ton of white either, and splash in on red. Not sure I want to do that with a double pipped Mutinous Massacre, but this isn't coming down until turn 7 anyways, so that seems like a possibility. I think, you know what, we very likely will splash this. I don't mind being black-red. Again, we just need some synergies. All right, we have the Exile. We have a Turbo Drone. Also have a Command Bridge, which is any color. And I think we'll fix our mana. I like this. Now with this and the double Beam Saw Prospectors, which will very likely be playing, okay with that. But every Beckoner's not bad either. This is an interesting one. If there's ever a world in which we could warp this in on another creature and then massacre, that's just 9 mana though. So if we're doing that, probably definitely should be winning the game. More likely than not, this is just a way to push in some extra damage. I got a late Hull Carver. I am good with that. Okay, and I guess I'm rewarded with that coming around. Possibility Technician. When this creature or another Kavu you control enters, exile a top card. As long as it remains exiled and you control a Kavu, you can play it, which is pretty good. You have a Godless Shrine. Oh, man. And we have a Pangolin. Do I want to snap? Nah, this is just card draw. And we should very likely get some other Kavus. So we'll snap that up. Grab that up. Kavus, we just have the one now. Okay, what do we got here? Not a great pack for us, to be honest with you. We have a Memnon. We have the Hilderblade. Decode Transmissions. We have a Melded Moxite. I don't know how impressed by this card I have been. Some of our flyers, it's probably pretty good. Melded Moxite might be better, but I will take this. I'm not the biggest fan. Actually, Decode Transmissions is okay too. This is a 2-card draw. I really don't like the Hilderblade. I'm going to take Decode here. Ooh, Monolith. Monolith is pretty good. I actually really like the Monolith. Skittermaw. Baller's Faithful is also quite good. And a Plasma Bolt. Decent pack for us. But I'm going to take the Monolith here. Sunken Citadel. There's a Pangolin. Pangolin versus Virus Beetle. Good sacrifice target, but I think we have a decent amount of artifact synergies here. So I will take the Pangolin. I really like these things. I think if you can get these out and they can stick, or you can even chain a few of these together, this card can be pretty good. And speak of the devil. All right, so we have the Debris Field Crusher, Skittermaw, Pangolin, or the Monoist Circuit Feeder. This card is way too hard for me to pass up. I would take, honestly, pretty much any of the 4 of these cards. Circuit Feeder, Debris Crusher is, it's good. 3 damage to any target is pretty nice. So probably taking that over another Pangolin, but the Circuit Feeder is just an instant grab for me. Okay, now we have a Remnant Elemental, not really what we want to be doing here, and another Ore Plate or a Grav Kill. I'm going to secure some more good removal. I think that is important. And what are we sitting on here? We have the Depressurize, the Charm, the Delicacy, Grav Kill, and the Massacre as a sweeper. So we're doing okay. Maybe we might want one more, maybe one more good removal spell, and then the rest creatures fill our curve out. Doing okay. Another Pangolin I think would be really good. Speaking of which, there's an Embrace. We have an Actuator. Actuator could hit just depressurize at this point. Not too interested in that. Although that is a great target. I'm going to take another I'll take another Ore Plate here. Secure that up. Ooh, Landseeker. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I think our splash with this white is going to be totally fine now. We have double Beam Saw. We have the Landseeker. And we have Command Bridge. So we can get in on this as well. That also opens up really good splashes for other impactful cards. We're sitting pretty nice. I think so far doing all right. Good curve. Heavy in 3. That's okay. We might think about getting rid of Decode Transmissions because we have the Monolith. That's not actually a terrible play, so maybe I do that at this point. Probably not playing that. Okay, we have the choice between another Grave Pact Monoist and another Ore Plate Pangolin. I'm gonna take another Pangolin just to help this just helps our artifact synergies. We got Hilderblade back. Do I want this? I'm gonna take this. We'll put this in the sideboard maybe pile. I just don't know. Right, we're gonna be able to trigger Void pretty consistently. We can put this on some creatures and really try to punch in some good damage. It is an artifact, which helps me as well. So I don't know. All right, we got a Skittermaw. Not a bad creature. Void, Menace. Get bigger. Not bad, not bad. Not playing the Uthros. Actually, do we? Might have enough artifacts to make that work. Pretty good through 2. What is this? Nexus of Fate. Take an extra turn after this one. Nexus of Fate. Put in graveyard for enter. Reveal it. Shuffle to its Odor's Library. That's pretty cool. Memorial Vault here. I'm not too interested in that. We have a Needle Spires. We have a Scrounge. Zookeeper, Pangolin, Comet Crawler. Zookeeper might not be bad for us to help ramp up. Nothing else here is really jumping out. Nexus of Fate is really cool. I'm going to take the Zookeeper. A little bit of pump action, which I am good with. All right, now here I want the Void Forge Titan. It's an artifact, so it helps to synergize with that. Also, it voids and draws us some cards, so I'm very happy with that. More interesting decisions. I could take the Sammy. We are splashing in for white. Sammy making 2/2s if we control 2 or more tapped. Could take another Monoist, but I feel like our top end's probably okay. I'm actually good with that. We'll try to slot this in, see if that makes sense. All right, now we have a Plasma Bolt versus a Faller's Faithful, and I think the Faller's Faithful here is going to be a better option. We have a full Boar. We have a Hymn, Grave Pact, and the Red Tiger. Really don't need a whole lot of anything here. I'm not doing a ton of sacrificing, but I will take the Monoist here. Jeez. We just take another Grav Kill. Another Void Forge would be great, but I think we'll shore up our removal here. Now we're at the point where we really are going to have to take a look, see what we want to get rid of. Honestly, I'm thinking about getting rid of the Dirgecraft. Ooh, we could take a Bruntar. You know what? Let's definitely do that. That's a great top-end card. Depressurize would have been another good option, I think. I don't think I played the Dirgecraft here. Maybe I do, but Sammy... I don't know. That's tough. Kind of requires both of these cards to be on. Forcing a sacrifice isn't bad, but at 5 mana sometimes, just what you hit with this isn't very good. We have another Hull Carver, another Void Forged. I don't think I'm playing any of those, either of those, regardless. I will take the Comet Crawler. I like the lifelink ability here. I will take a Skywarden, I guess. I got my other Monoist anyways. This color was super open. Okay, not a bad draft. I think we got a pretty interesting, pretty neat little deck here. Need to take a look, and we need to make some cuts. Let's take a look at our removal here. How many Kavu did we get? Just the 2. Almost thinking of not playing this. Our cuts here need to be on the creature side. Definitely going to run 17. I mean, technically, this really does act as a removal spell. We're potentially ramping pretty good with the Landseeker, the Beam Saws. Are we too heavy on the Pangolins? How many artifacts do we have? We have 11 artifacts. Seven 2-drops. My thought here could be a Pangolin and a Monoist. Shores it up a bit. My thought here too is get rid of the Dirgecraft and maybe don't play the Sammy. Because what else is helping us to tap things? There's not a ton, unfortunately. If I do that and I do that, down to just 1 cut. 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 on the 2-drop side for creatures. Kind of have a decent... We have a pretty nice curve going up. Drawing some cards. Still got some good artifact synergies here. We go down to 9, which is fine. Plenty for the Pangolin. So technically, the Beam Saws are making some. The Landseeker's making some. So that all seems fine. Maybe it's just Skittermaw. 16 and 7. Good removal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the Sweeper plus her ability to draw some cards. This also is interesting because it does help to push in some damage. So if your opponent doesn't want you to take a bunch of damage, even if you're attacking with something like a 4/3 or even a 3/3, they're at least going to be taking, 3 damage from this potentially. They block. They're giving you 3 cards. If you ping at 1, they're giving you 2 in addition to that one. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good overall. I like the Comet because we can sacrifice creatures or artifacts, so some of our landers can be good to pump this, make it a little bit bigger. This we can target Monoist with, and this does turn into an emergency removal spell if we need to go that route. We can get some things back with the Mechan. If we void, doing pretty good. It seems okay. It seems all right. We got a good top end too. So draw our lands, get our creatures out early, try to get some damage in, see what we can do. Okay, no red. Double Pangolin. I shouldn't. Let's see if the deck supports me here. There's my red, but we're going to Comet Crawler instead. The blocker for this. Chose to Banishing Light it. Okay. Seems fine. We'll just let these eat some removal spells, maybe. If we get another land, I can Ore Plate. Okay, if they make this attack, I'm happy to do this. Nope, they're just going to station up. This comes a 3/4 first striker. Sure. At this point, I feel like I just want to get to 8 mana, 7 mana. They play this straight up. They did. Okay. Sure. Block here for sure. We'll keep that back. Need 2 lands here. Maybe I should have played the Monolith instead of making the Ore Plate bigger. Smart. Sure. You get rid of my 3/3. Yep. Okay. I mean, I have to stuff some of the damage here. I'm just getting crushed. Oh, this feels terrible. I need a land. I think that's our blocks. If I go even here, I'm getting this. Or we go even and kill everything, basically. And I would get my Pangolin back. Need a land. Yeah. This just wipes it all. Sure. don't think I can monolith anymore. Hopefully they don't have any more removal spells. Sure. Yep. Yep. I think I'm actually better off. What is this? A 7/7? Let's get rid of that. I cannot. It hurts to lose that because it's a 4/4, but like they crew this up. Yeah. I think it actually makes sense to warp in case I find a kill spell. Let's get rid of that. We will attack. And end the turn. Okay. Might have stabilized here. Just barely. Oh, nice. Yep. Very cool. Can crack that for an equipment, I guess. The nice part about Bruntar at this point is everything is live. I mean, yep. Definitely blocking. And I can do that. We'll protect her as well. Pilot, sure. And they conceded. Okay, we did stabilize. Stabilized very nice. In a mountain in hand. Things were moving in our direction there. Yeah, Mutinous Massacre. This is this card is good. This is a good card. Okay, we have Crawler, Charm, and Grav Kill. We are on the draw, but we do have 3 swamps. I think that's a okay keep. Perfect. That was what I was hoping for. Hoping for just a good 2-mana play. We got like a good 2, 3, 4 mana curve here, which is really nice. So I will take that all day. Blue, red artifacts, maybe? Is there an ore plate pangolin in my future here? We shall see. Or a whole lot of nothing from Dizzy, TO15. You got 2 mana, my friend. What are we choosing to do? Now the question is, do I play all 3 swamps in a row to get Charm online? Find out. I think it's interesting that we only get to pick one with this, but a good modal spell is always a good modal spell. Relic. There's the artifacts. I think we can suffice to not have to do that. We will Comet Crawler this next turn. Ooh, or do we Mechan? Actually okay with trying to force this. It'd be good at this point to also just make this same attack, assuming they don't have anything. Yep, never mind. I am grav killing that. Do I want to grav kill or arch enemies charm that? We'll keep our presence on the battlefield here with the Beam Saw Protector. We can always sacrifice it at a future point. This is just keeping our mana alive. The other piece of this is a lot of times feel like you need to spend that lander. Now, granted, they're on the blue-red artifacts side of things, so they could sacrifice that lander instead. That's pretty good. We got the old Coke Cracker Hound, which makes me feel like they are a Kraken. Zelanda. Now, what would be a good sequence here is if they crack the lander, I'm going to attack with both. And see how their blocks are. No, they chose not to. Interesting. They might even attack with the mech and shield, mate. They didn't attack. Okay. Let's play a land. Just go to combat. I'm going to decline this. Fine with all of this. Make a lander. I'm gonna get the Comet Crawler back. Bada bing, we got a 3/3 flyer, baby. Woo! That was nice. I like this little guy. You can set up a turn like that. I think Interceptor Mechan's pretty good. Now, of course, if we can continue to find ways to get this pumped up, that'll be much better. Another relic. Nice. They are definitely the blue-red artifacts, which I like. I actually really like that deck. It's fun. It's got some interesting, good synergies. Do technically have 2 mana available to them. And crack a relic here. Actually, they can't crack a relic. Oh, they could. They'd put it on their own Steel Swarm. Okay. What do I want to do here instead? My guess here is that they'll block, then sack. But if they do that, it triggers my void. Yep, so they're doing this for me. It's fine. And then I'm just Comet and Zookeeper here. Now I have a 4/4 flyer. Now they can crack the relic again if they want to do that. But we're in pretty good shape because Comet Crawler can now sack the lander. They really don't need the lands. And become quite big. Or we can grab kill that. Which is very likely what we are going to do. There is a plains. Let's exile this. Now, the one advantage they have here is they've drawn a good amount of cards over me. So they're going to be able to keep this Mechan locked down, which is not a bad idea because it's going to be a 5/5 here. Which is pretty good. But I do feel like getting rid of the Memnon here was a good idea. But I am pretty well out of gas. So I need something to gas up. That's less than ideal. They really have not sacked their landers, which is kind of interesting. But again, if they have synergy ways to make use of them... Oh, that's a poor attack, my friend. Assuming you don't have a way to bounce my Zookeeper, it is about to give itself a whole lot of life. So it can target itself. Pretty heavily incentivized to block. Or you're just going to take 5 damage. Okay. And you triggered my void again. Oh, man. Well, Faller's Faithful gets pretty good here. Help clear out this flyer. See what they do. You have 5 cards in hand, so it's not like they have nothing. Emissary. This makes a 1/1. Cast an artifact spell. Very nice. And it's every time. So if they just get a whole bunch of flyers in the way here, they have a whole bunch of chump blockers. Potentially taking a decent chunk of damage here. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's pretty good. Dang it. Well, the funny part is they can't kill this. think we'll just wait. At this point, I do think I cracked the lander just to get some lands out of the hand. They play Pinnacle here and can follow it up with any artifact spells. I'm not feeling great. Of course, we can find a removal spell. Maybe get some blocks in our favor. Doesn't look like they have any other artifact spells, though. Gosh, that cut propulsion stinks. That really stinks. Let's do this. Let's find a mountain. Ooh. Hmm. I think just see what they do here. I'm interested in how they choose to block. Keeping my Sir Von Dam alive is fantastic, and being able to trade my Zookeeper here for their Pinnacle is so good. That was fantastic. Okay, that's cool. I can bring it back. That's fine. The cards they got 17. We just need, honestly, a good play here for Faller's Faithful. Oh, they brought the Selfcraft Mechan back too, which is pretty sweet. So they could technically attack with the drone, play the Pinnacle, then play the Selfcraft, sack the other drone, make it bigger. That's pretty good. Looks like they're not going to do that sequence of plays. Or pass up on a damage here. Potentially, of course. What do I need here? I need like a Bruntar, or the Monolith would be great. Yeah, so this... They're warping this in. Yeah, they missed a point of damage here. I'm unsure why they're warping this in. Oh, I guess not. They sacked the other token. Makes sense. Okay. They missed 2 counters. That play. Oh, I could Faller's Faithful. The Self-Craft. That just puts their 1/1 counters on the flyers. And this is rough. I need gas here. 10 of 17 lands. I don't know that I can beat that, but I'm going to have to kill this thing for sure. Brother, come on. I have to do that. That just outright kills me. I just gave him 2 cards, though. I got a good deck. I'm just not going to be able to play with the synergies here that they have. Yeah, I mean, I probably just gave him both of these pangolins. It's just, like, so rough. The problem is they're missing out on the chance to get Pinnacle Emissary. They could have about 1 million more triggers on this Uthros Exile, which is really funny. Those 2 cards together are fantastic. If they would have just played this first. Because this is whenever you cast an artifact spell. So it then makes, like, another token. Yeah. I actually probably could be dead here if they would have sequenced that, right? Instead, I'm going to go down to 3. No, I'm not going down to 3. I need Mutinous. That's the way I win this game. Yep, that's not it. I needed a Mutinous. Am I dead here? If they find 1 artifact, I am. Oh, no, they just attack with everything. Okay, yeah, I'm dead. Good game. Okay. I think we can keep this. Find a red, we can find our way up into Void Forged Titan early, which would be great. Not the land we needed. The red artifacts? Maybe? The shield mechan online here. Or Zookeeper. I mean, I have to just go for this play, I think, and hope that they don't have a removal spell for this. This actually... Oh, if they all they do is play they can untap it. Do I need the mana? I'm grav killing here. But I could Technician. Let me warp this in. Play the land. This then lets me grav kill. I grav kill the 5/4. And target this. Yep. So let me draw a card, which is good. Didn't see anything off of it, but sure. All right, I can circuit feeder this, pump this guy, kill that. I have to just, I know I'm wasting it here, but in case they had any kind of whatever spell, not running into like a removal spell and then not get the chance to kill Tezzeret. I think I want to just there. Honestly, and just pump. I mean, that's big damage. Yeah, I'm gonna depressurize here and then attack. So pretty good. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. We got through a Tezzeret, which is pretty nice. Okay, we are playing here. We have a Massacre in hand. We can afford to be a little slow, actually, because of this. We can always warp in the Technician as well. Try to find a land. I think we wait. Now, granted, we hope to find a land this next turn. Do I depressurize that? I don't think so. All right, there's my land. We are rolling. Let's get this up online. Honestly, I'm pretty comfortable just drawing a bunch of lands in a row here. Another land would be good. Gonna kill my Monoist already? The Edrova. I'm surprised they didn't block with the Edge Rover. I'm assuming they need mana here. That would have given them... that would have given them a land or they could sacrifice. Oh, I can't do that. I'm fine to take some damage here, hoping I find a land. It's not it. Sure. Okay. That seems aggressive. Especially considering you know I have that. Like, we were both just hard missing on lands. But if I find one, I'm grabbing the Zookeeper back. With the Interceptor for sure. It's interesting because they know I'm not going to block. Because I don't want to give up this value. Some very aggressive plays there. We're not blocking. Okay. And now we are just hard missing. I think what I do here... If I Faller's Faithful my own Monoist... Because then I can block the Edge Rover. And I still have a 2/2. That seems actually okay. I got the land I need. At this point now, it's probably just survive until I can Mutinous Massacre. Play minimally to the board. Let them ramp out. The funny part is I do have some good removal here. I mean, is their hand just all removal? Like... Crazy. It's like Beam Saw. They can kill both. Just let them keep using the removal up. I just need lands. 3 more, particularly. Just gonna kill this. I have a lander, I'll take a lander. Seems fine. I can draw land, crack lander. I'm in decent shape then. And then Beam Saw as well. Or Comet Crawler, actually. That'd be a pretty good turn. Are they just gonna like play Drix here? Wayfarer. Okay. All right. Let's go grab a swamp. Play Beam Saw. Sure. 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 The thought process here now is to go get a third swamp. And I want to play things that are odds. Sure. Sure. Go get a swamp. And another swamp. Did I just kill everything? I probably do, right? Because then my top end plays and I'm backing this up. I'm going to go like Baruntar or Landseeker into Feeder. Yeah, like my suite of removal here is just so good. And then I'm Hull Carvering. Oh, and it's a Kavu, so I can bring these back. Oh, that's so sick. All right, let's... Grav kill this. Interceptor this. Bring back Crawler, actually. Combat for 5. Yeah, that's just gross. I didn't get the Lander, that's fine. Lander actually would have cracked to do the Interceptor anyways. Sure. I have a feeling I'm in the driver's seat here. Are they gonna drill too deep my dubious delicacy? Okay. Technician, Landseeker, Delicacy. We are on the draw, unfortunately. And I am going to start getting beat down immediately here. Yeah, I mean, if they play land and then just attack and make this. Yep, just what they're gonna do. Oh, they're not. Wow. Getting the mechan up and running. We are slow here. We'll just warp this in. A Grav kill online. I'm surprised not paying the 2 for this. Holy moly. Oh, and there goes my Massacre. God, this card is so good. That card is so good. I am not seeing it today, though. They have a removal spell. I'm somewhat cooked here. Yeah, there it goes. There we go. Taking 8. Fantastic. Well, this is what I get for not playing anything on the first handful of turns. So let's give me my Grav kill back, potentially, assuming this doesn't die. Okay. I mean, what can I do? Perfect draw, double orbital plunge, curve 1, 2, 3 into a fungal colossus because they were able to play 3 different lands. Like, that was super fun. Super fun for me. My problem there is not being able to do anything on turn 2, and not making an impactful play on turn 3. That's what it was. Well, that's disappointing, to say the least. I do think this deck was going to fare a little bit better than 3 wins. We certainly ran into a few games that I felt like we probably could have won, especially that game against the blue-red artifact deck. Their sequencing needed a little bit of work, and I think if we had drawn a little bit more gas in that game, we're probably making it work. Mutinous Massacre is everything it is shaped up to be, though. This was fantastic, and literally won us 2 games. Helped us to stabilize, and then push through. Overcommits, not even overcommits to the board. I guess the first game, probably you could say that. The second game, we were able to just get, a 3-for-1 basically, and then followed up with some pretty impactful things, which is kind of the focus of the deck, right? I mean, we didn't struggle with turn 2 or 3 plays, or we shouldn't have, in many instances, but the last game, obviously we did not. That game I feel like is a whole lot different if we have a Hull Carver online. We're able to Hull Carver into Beamsaw Protector, and then kind of ramp in from there with the possibility Technician could have been pretty good. Pick up some lands, do some things, but that is the way it goes sometimes. So, little red-black pseudo-artifact synergy deck, kind of void as well, with the Titan and Interceptor Mechan, and go a little 3-3 here. So, we'll be back with more, that's for sure. Lots more. If we see Mutinous Massacre again, we're going to take it. First pick, because it is pretty dang good. And we'll keep drafting, keep doing some limited from there. If you enjoy pack openings, we do those every Wednesday, so be sure to stick around for that. Lots of Edge of Eternities still coming up to the channel, plus some other fun stuff before the next set's release, which is a little while from now. Thank goodness for that. And we'll keep enjoying this. Lots more limited action as well. And if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing. Help us get to that 1,000 sub mark. We really appreciate that. Other than that, be sure to catch you in the next video. Peace.